Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Undecided Major Overview. So my name is Christian Henderson, and I am one of our Academic Exploration Advisors here at UTC.
And I'm Jenna Doolittle. I'm our other Academic Exploration Advisor.
You can find us at the Center for Academic Support and Advisement in the library, and listed below is our contact information.
So first, we wanted to share with you just some information about being an undecided major at UTC. So first and foremost, the classes that you take are your general education requirements. These are basic general education categories of classes that you need to complete no matter what your major is and before you graduate from UTC. Also, being undecided, we give you 15 optional elective hours in order to capture exploratory coursework that are not classes that fall under your general education requirements. Something we really recommend being an undecided major. You're going to have to know and kind of ultimately pick a major at UTC. And so you want to be familiar with what majors our college offers and potential minors. Minors aren't required. Some majors do require them, but it's good to know which programs UTC offers that you get to pick from. Being undecided, you also want to just have some of this personal reflection and research, asking yourself, what majors am I thinking about? What do I maybe want to do with my future, with career opportunities, with my education? Kind of do some research and reflection on all those different things. And you meet with Christian and I as your academic exploration advisors. You have these meetings with us. So that's kind of a summary of what it's like to be an undecided major here.
One thing you want to keep in mind is that you will need to meet with us at least 2 times a semester. And some of the things that we can discuss during our meetings are personal and major interests, academic successes and challenges throughout the semester, course requirements and registration planning when you're getting ready to sign up for next semester, and then just any general questions or concerns that may come up. You're going to want to make sure that you're checking and reading your UTC student email daily. That's going to be where you get all of your communication, and it's pretty easy to miss something if you're not checking your email daily, so make sure that you're doing that. And when you're ready to schedule your advising appointment, we will be emailing you a link that will allow you to do that. So make sure you're checking your UTC email for anything from Jenna or I.
So part of orientation is that we have pre-registered you for a schedule of classes for the fall semester. A typical freshman class schedule is going to look like the following. For your general education, you're going to have a rhetoric and writing composition class. This is based on placement on your English ACT or SAT score, or possible dual enrollment credit or AP credit you've previously completed. But pretty common for most incoming freshmen is having English 1010 or 1011 or 1020 on their schedule. You'll also have a Gen Ed mathematics or statistics class. Again, this is based on your placement with your ACT or SAT scores, but also your major interest, right? Not every major in college requires the same level of math courses. So the typical math we put students in is Math 1130, college algebra, or Math 2100, introductory statistics. There are other math classes that you might see on your schedule, again, based on placement and based on your major interest you might have expressed. Outside of those 2 classes, you're going to have 2 to 3 other general education courses. These might be falling from your social sciences, your natural sciences, or your fine arts and humanities. This is going to be a total of 14 to about 16 total credit hours is the average.
Now for our typical transfer students who are coming in, we are also pre-registering you for courses, but your schedules may look just a little bit different. We are going to be registering you for any remaining general education requirements based off of your transfer coursework. So it's really important to go ahead and send over your coursework that you've taken at your transfer institution. And as soon as your spring classes end, it'll be important to make sure those get to us as well. You can check your MyMox degree to see how previous transfer coursework applies to your UTC requirements. When you first pull this up, you will see your general education requirements, and you can see how your courses that you're bringing in will fit into that. You'll also might find that you are in some elective hours to explore potential major choices depending on your major and depending on how many general educations that you may have left. You will typically be in around 12 to 16 total credit hours, but we do typically try to get students more in that 14 to 16 credit hour span, just so we can make sure that you're finishing your degree in a timely fashion.
So once you start at UTC and start meeting with Christian and I, we'll be going in depth in these major and career resources to help you in exploring these areas. But a couple that we first kind of initially want to make sure people are aware of. First, Christian and I teach a class here at UTC, USTU 1300, Exploring Majors and Decision Making. It is a 2 credit hour elective, so it is not a general education course. But this 2 credit hour class helps you explore yourself, explore majors, explore careers, and learn how to make decisions. This is a class for freshmen, we recommend taking your second semester. Get a semester of college under your belt and then take this class to really deep dive a little bit more into the major exploration. Transfer students, you definitely are welcome to register for this class. You've got some college experience under your belt. You might be getting closer to being done with gen eds and needing to declare a major. So this is an appropriate class for either fall or spring semester transfers. The Clear Paths for Advising is another resource. You'll learn a lot at UTC. These Clear Paths show a 4-year semester by semester kind of class plan for each major. So each major, what classes would I need to take? And that's part of going into exploring majors, right? What classes would I actually be required to complete if I was XYZ major? On our website, we also have the Focus 2 Career Assessment. This is a personal assessment where you can answer questions about yourself, and it gives you results on majors and careers that align with your personal responses. We also have at UTC our Center for Career and Leadership Development. A big resource that they have is, what can I do with this major? What are some of those career areas and jobs that specific majors lead to? There's also the Occupational Outlook Handbook. This is a government website that has really great statistics and information on job details. What education is required for certain jobs? What's the median salary? What job responsibilities and skills do certain careers have? And lastly, on your MyMox degree, which is on your MyMox Net account, there's a what if report. So you can pull on there, what if I was XYZ major or XYZ minor? What classes would I have to take? What requirements would I still need to complete to graduate with a degree in that major?
Another resource that we offer to help you with exploring your major and career options is our academic and career exploration living learning community, excuse me. This is going to be housed in West Campus Housing, which is the newest residence hall on campus. And it is an immersive experience that will help you not only explore your options in terms of major and career, but go through that exploration process with like-minded individuals. So While you're undecided, it's easy to feel like you're alone. But the great thing about this community is you realize that you are not alone in this exploration. Another portion of this community is that you will be going through a 2-semester course series. So you'll be taking 2 courses that will also help you deep dive into your major and career exploration.
So a very common question, when should I declare a major? That question, and well, the answer to that question is different for every person. So to some point, anytime you can declare. We get students who declare as early as right now during orientation. Part of orientation, you have a one-on-one meeting with myself, Christian, or another advisor at UTC. And so sometimes during that meeting, students declare their major. So when they get started in the fall, they already kind of know what they want to start pursuing and they declare right now. Others declare kind of any point throughout the semester. It really does depend on when you feel confident and ready in that decision. Ultimately, though, we do put an undecided major hold on students who are still undecided but have completed 42 earned credit hours. That's about a year and a half of college coursework. So about a year and a half in of college credit, we're saying, all right, like you might be running out of gen eds at this point. You might need to be declaring a major. That hold just ensures that you are having conversations with your advisor about your plans regarding your major. Another thing that might dictate when you need to declare is a thing called counting courses that you'll hear from financial aid. There is a requirement for federal financial aid that the classes you are taking are going towards a degree, so a major. And at a certain point, being undecided, you might run out of general education and electives. And if you want federal aid to pay for the classes you're taking, you need to declare a major. The information for that goes off of your MyMox degree and requirements there. And so make sure that that's kind of a resource you're getting to know and how many requirements you have left on your MyMox degree.
All right, so now we're going to talk a little bit about our exploratory tracks. This can be really helpful for both you and us as your advisors because it gives us an idea of what you may be looking at in terms of a major area without requiring you to necessarily declare at the moment. So we have 6 exploratory tracks that we're going to dive into.
So the first is Behavioral and Social Science Exploratory Track. You can see on the left the majors at UTC that kind of fall into this track. But in general, these are majors that cover the study of human society and social relationships. Within your general education, you have a category on this topic, and you can actually you have 6 credit hours, so 2 classes that you can use those gen ed requirements to explore some of these potential majors.
The second track is going to be our Fine Arts and Humanities Exploratory Track. As you can see, there are a lot of majors that go into this on the left, but basically you're looking at developing foundational skills and knowledge, and this knowledge can be applied to a variety of different career fields, so they're very versatile. Most do require 2 years of foreign language and an 18 credit hour minor, so these are the majors that typically do require a minor. You can explore these topics with your 15 hours of gen ed requirements, and then there are also some general education courses that will allow you to explore these in your more scripted general education requirements.
Next, the PreHealth, Life, and Physical Sciences Exploratory Track. So kind of our catch-all for some science majors. So being interested in this exploratory track is really being strong in math and science, or at least having strength and interest in those areas. It is, for these majors, they are pretty specific on the types of classes that you need early on, because a lot of them are sequenced where you have to take biology 1 to take biology 2 to take biology 3. So it is important kind of early on to make sure you're getting on track with those classes. Part of general education, you do need 2 natural sciences. And so a lot of these majors have specific science classes you can take as your general education that overlap with potential major requirements.
Our next track is computer science, engineering, and math. So once again, looking at being very strong in math and science. It's also important with these majors to get on track with your required courses, because there are a lot of courses that have prerequisites where you have to take a lower level math to advance to a higher level math in order to meet the requirements for these majors. You may be interested in this track if you have a passion for building, developing, or solving life's really difficult problems.
Next is our business exploratory track. This incorporates all the College of Business majors. You'll see very common is the BSBA. That is the degree type for all the business majors. So that stands for Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. All those BSBA programs have 32 hours, so that's just over 1 year of core business classes, no matter which concentration you are. So whether you are an accounting major, you still get to take a marketing class and vice versa. So you get that broad-based business education in all the BSBA programs. You're going through those 32 credit hours within about the first 2 years of your time at UTC. So it's very easy to kind of just explore one of those majors and get focused on gen ed and core business at the first half of your college experience. A unique one though is economics. We do have a Bachelor of Arts degree in economics. So that one does require 2 years of a foreign language and doing an 18 credit hour minor.
So next is our education exploratory track. So on the left and portion of the right, you'll see all of our education majors that go into this track. There are quite a few. All majors except for child and family studies do go through the licensure requirement to become a teacher. So most of these majors will prepare you to be a teacher when you graduate with your bachelor's. One question that you want to be asking yourself, especially if you know that this is an area of interest, is what age and what subject do you want to teach? Because this will really help you see which major within the education exploratory track you want to lean more toward.
All right, so this concludes the information we're sharing right now. If you have any follow-up questions, here's a wealth of emails that you can contact us at. Definitely reach out any point this summer and let us know any questions or concerns. We look forward to seeing you in the fall.